Hey, Gabats here. So today I want to go through the stat boosting issue, which is kind of taken over a little bit in the community after a community member got banned for 45 days for doing it. Now, I myself have gotten a few prestiges, and people are chasing the stats who don't know why to get these cards upgraded. Like right on Mike Trout, I'm, quarter, third, halfway on some of it stuff. So I've collected a few, and you had to collect a few prestiges for, the Mike Trout set. So a lot of people are stat boosting it up there quickly, because when you get first, if you go to inventory, you can see who got it first. So you just go over to one of the teams for one of the 99s that have been locked, and it says their name above. So people do a lot of things to get their name on things, right? It's like donating to a university to get a building named after you, right? People just do it because they want to see their name on stuff. That's why people tag bridges and whatnot. But let's talk about the stat boosting and SDS's punishment for it. Now, here it is, right? This person got suspended mission stat boosting for 45 days. SDS came down and and got rid of one of the most hardcore players for a month and a half for boosting stats to get a card. +3. A month and a half of the season. The prime time. Now, I gotta ask you, what is the line, right? What is boosting, what is not, right? So I've loaded into games, I've hit, and then I've quit. Is that stat boosting? Are they gonna ban me for a month and a half now? Why are they coming after their hardcore audience, right? I understand. Okay, let's go through kind of the thought process and the thinking for why you should ban somebody. All right, when I think like, hey, this person should get banned, I think that person should get banned if they're having a hugely negative influence on somebody else's experience, right? If somebody can freeze the game, glitch the game out, and all of a sudden you get automatic losses. If this infects other people, then sure, ban them, because that has a negative effect on other people. But if they're just boosting stats, and I can see, all right, so you don't want people to boost that dramatically. I can see that going through your mind, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. Like, okay, what is a punishment that fits the crime? Let's ban them for a month and a half and alienate our hardcore audience and at least one of them. Or maybe we should just take the prestige card away. What would I do if I were a studio? I think I would just make the punishment fit the crime, right? If you're going to go ahead and boost and pitch with, I think it was Greg Maddux for 100 innings and be like, you know what? I'm going to just get him right here by doing that. Then the studio's like, obviously he loves our game. Let's just take it away to say, hey, it's probably too much, man. Because, in the end, where's the line, right? We saw this XP glitch earlier where people in the home run derby, a ton of people were doing that. They got up to the highest prestige level, months ago. What happened there? Did they ban those people? No, they just fixed the glitch. How hard is this, right? Here's the thing. They incentivize people, and humans are going to do this no matter what you do. Find the most efficient way of doing things. So when somebody finds an efficient way of getting there, maybe we should figure out how to fix our system instead of punishing the people that look to do things efficiently, okay? So when you do this, let's go through and think of ways they can fix this, right? And people have proposed ways. Remember MLB The Show 18, I know a lot of people have shut that out of their memory because of how bad the stat grind was. They could go offline stat grinds, which I personally am fine with the online stat grinds of this. I like it. I've been doing it. It's a fun thing to go for while you're grinding events, while you're grinding online, just to kind of you're always working on somebody. But if you go offline, you kind of get rid of a lot of that boosting issue because people can just boost offline all they want, right? Right now they're boosting online. What's the difference between somebody doing a 100-inning game offline back in the day and a 100-inning online? What is the difference? That's what we used to have to do for those immortals. You literally incentivized and told us to do that a couple years back, and now you're saying, no, don't do it like that. This is just so confusing. It's mixed messages from SDFs I don't get it, right? I don't understand. What effect does this have on me that one guy got in a prestige card before me? Absolutely none, right? The player base, why do we care? I don't think we do. The biggest issue and the biggest thing that affects the player base is the event games, right? People going to event games, people going to ranked seasons, they're like, hey, let me get a hit with blank and then I'll quit. Okay, so people are getting wins that way. Here's the thing. If you don't like that, just walk them or pitch to them normally, right? If you're against this stat grinding, I don't ever do that. I will do that, right? I'll groove a fastball to a guy. I don't give a shit. So, but I generally, if somebody has that in their name, I'm pitching them normally, right? So, like, if you are against it, there's stuff you can do in game to get away from it. The players can handle it themselves. Now, is that the line, right? Is people putting that in their name enough to get punished and banned? People effectively stat grinding? I don't know. Should it be? I personally don't think so, right? If people want to play the game and they have a fun way of playing the game, like you may prefer playing offline against a CPU, you may prefer Showdown. Maybe people's only reason they're playing the game is to collect those cards. Why is SDS punishing people because they're playing the game how they want to? The only reason they're playing the game is to get better cards, right? Because they want to grind for them. I don't understand that thinking at all. That why punish people for doing things that they want to do as long as it's not having a major effect on the other party? Okay? Because that's how they enjoy playing the game, and that's the things they want to do. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, right? If it's like egregious and you feel like you have to do something, which I know a lot of SDS stooges are like, yes, SDS, good job banning them because they did such evil job of getting +3 stats on a card. And, you know, it's the worst, right? I think these people just have, like, you know, really small dicks and they want to see other people feel punished like God punished them, okay? It just doesn't make any sense to me, right? It literally makes no sense to me why we want our fellow gamers punished for a month and a half for stat grinding, for boosting. There is much bigger things SDS can do, right? The fact that I can square up a ball with like that late and hit a pop fly out to center field every time, or I can be on the edge of my PCI way early timing and hit a home run. Maybe you should focus on that instead of policing your players, your hardcore audience for it. So like in the end, who cares, right? Who cares about the stat grinders and people playing the game like that? I just don't get it, right? I honestly don't get it. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys so against online stat grinders because they're the scum of the earth, the worst people that ever played online gaming, and you're glad to see them punished for a month and a half? Get them off the game. Not my pure MLB The Show, where I can hit a pitching input perfectly and it still hangs in the zone. It's a perfect game, and SDS never makes mistakes. I can't believe content creators complain. But yeah, this is ridiculous to me. So, I don't know. I don't think they should punish people like that for doing things efficiently. But that's my opinion. What's your guys's? Thanks for watching. Call to action. See you tomorrow.